Carolina. Definitely need the earplugs in after yesterday's debacle. Earplugs and eye protection. I'm gonna close the door really quick. Yeah, yesterday when I was filling bottles, one of the high pressure lines on this thing blew. And it's happened before, so I'm like, I would never be using this thing, restaurant or not. I would never be using it without earbuds in, because it sounded like a cannon just went off. So, will it happen again? Who knows? But I'll be ready for it again. Remember to protect your privacy by evading too much earbuds. I read that in Cartman's voice. My mother-in-law was like, have you seen the South Park where they talk about ChatGPT? And I was like, no, and then it popped up, right, of course, on YouTube, and it showed the scene where one guy was like, my girlfriend says I'm not giving her enough attention, and she wishes I would text her like you text your girlfriend. How do you do it? What's the secret? And then he's like, I just take whatever she says and put that in ChatGPT. And the text was like, I should cut my hair, what do you think? And he's just like copied and pasted and put ChatGPT in. GPT was like, I think you would look great no matter what hairstyle you have. Hey Clint, good to see you. Hopefully the hunt's going good. I've had the song Hunting, Fishing, Loving Every Day by Luke Bryan stuck in my head ever since I saw your hunting clip, the first one. Classic song. Boy. But yeah, so then he copies that text and sends it to his girlfriend, and she just responds back, you know what, I changed my mind, but thank you for being so supportive. And so he takes that text, copies it, puts it into ChatGPT, and it's just hilarious. I'm wearing my heated jacket right now. I think you have to turn the battery pack on first. I'm still figuring out the bugs and nuances here. There we go. Oh, I saw it for a second. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. We're just filling some bottles right now. Yeah. Oh, it's so cold in these engine bays. All the doors are open, so the breeze is just going hard. And this company called Solfang. I'm still not entirely too sure how to pronounce their brand. But they reached out to me, they saw my YouTube videos, and they're like, hey man, you want to try out some of these heated boots? And I was like, heck yeah, I do. But then they also have these heated jackets, so I was like, that would make a lot of sense too where I live. And they're like, we'll send you one of those too. So I'm wearing the heated jacket right now. It's so nice. Hopefully my voice isn't scaring away all the pigs and stuff, Clint. We're just here at the fire cabin. We're filling bottles right now this morning. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 bottles to go. So be good 45 minutes to an hour of filling time. You guys have any fun questions you want to ask me? By all means, fire away. Yesterday when I was filling, I don't know if you guys heard that part, because I kind of talked about it, like in the first few minutes when I started filling. As you can see, I got the time lapse film going to filming as well. But yesterday when I was filling bottles, one of the high pressure lines exploded inside the compressor. Hey Robbie, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that beer compliment. I was filling a high pressure line and it exploded on me, like burst. You'll see it in today's video that comes out at noon Pacific Standard Time. It sounded like a freaking cannon going off, so I'm always thankful to have earplugs in. Even if like I usually would, before I would put them on when just the compressor was running because it's pretty loud. But now I'm just like, you know what? Nope. Anytime you're filling bottles, you should have earplugs on and your eye protection on. I guess earplugs in would make more sense, right? You never know when this thing could go south and just, it only takes a few seconds to put these earplugs in, but it would be a lifetime worth of pain having a blown out eardrum. I would say though, I'd rather lose my hearing. I'd rather lose my hearing than my eyesight. Thanks, Aaliyah. This is the company that I participate in a lot of their ultra marathons. I've done 2 so far, and I got my 3rd one coming up in May, so I'm pretty excited for that. Signed up for the 100-miler. Get that belt buckle. Aaliyah, are you an ultra runner too, or have you heard of this company, or are you just like camo hats? So if you guys see me step out of frame here, I just got to go put the bottles in the compartment where they go in. Yeah, I've been growing out my beard. Kind of just like a lot of people ask me, how long have you been growing your beard for? And honestly, I haven't been clean shaven since January 19th, 2019. But then in 2023, I cut off like most of my beard, at least like half. It was almost as long as it was this time. But I cut off half of it and just let it. So I moved to Texas for a little bit, and it was just gonna be too hot to have a giant beard. But now I've just been working on growing it longer. Dang, 12 people, heck yeah. If all y'all want to hit the thumbs up button, that'd be sick. We're currently filling 45-minute SCBA bottles. What the heck? That was a weird email, or a weird text. Just a random hey there with a screenshot of something. But if I go look at if I go look at the notification, it will end the stream. Oh, P. Pernoni. I'm curious about like my metabolic stuff and my VO2 max. Like I was saying, I'm getting ready for an ultra marathon in May, so I'd be really curious to know like how many calories am I burning an hour and how many do I need to replenish and stuff like that. Actually, that's pretty important to me. So even though we have 18 bottles to fill, we can only fill 3 at a time. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 rounds to go. Hey.
Good morning, Matthew.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
I can feel the warmth of this jacket right now.
One of the host festival here, we have power over here. No, I can't.
There's two heating pads here on the front and then one on the back. I think the blue is like the lowest setting. I should have looked at the sheet a little bit closer, but to be honest, it's not that cold today, but it is still nice. It's like when you're in bed and you're nice, cozy, and warm, and it's like, I don't want to get out of bed yet. Like, that's how this jacket feels. The water outside is like water resistant, but the inside is nice fleece lined. 10 out of 10 would recommend it. But if you guys have any questions, just fire away. I'll try my best to answer them. You guys want to talk about running, just fitness, sobriety, what kind of books you guys are reading right now, dude? We got it. We're an open book. No pun intended. But I will say that here pretty soon I got to turn the compressor on, because once the banks get low enough, they kind of all equalize, and then the compressor refills up the banks behind me, well, behind you guys actually. So the audio communication isn't the best, but we'll get it. We'll make the job done, or make the job work. I'm actually getting a beard trim tomorrow. I'm not gonna trim like the bottom of it, just kind of clean up the sides and definitely make my mustache a little bit easier to eat food and stuff, you know. Kiss my girlfriend. I'm always curious though how like people find my streams. Are you just browsing the shorts feed and then it pops up randomly? Or are you guys, some of you guys might be subscribed. I know Clint is for sure. If you guys want to, I can move the camera. Hey, old timers! Sweet video. It is 9:10 a.m. over here. 09 here, so it's not late at all. Except here on the West Coast. That video you posted, old timers, that was a good one. I love that part, like I was saying, and oh dang, it's getting late over there for you. I love the part where you're filming and you showed it inside the little subway station, and the train was on its side. That was funny. What kind of place was that? Like a, kind of like a learning center or something you would call that over here? It was pretty neat that they had all those layouts and stuff, but then I saw in like the background there was like a rock wall and stuff. Guys are into model trains. I recommend checking out Old Timers account. Oh, interesting. Well, that's super cool that they have all that going on. 2 tabs here? Oh, wow. So that it's not set up all the time. I used to follow this one channel that would do stuff like that, or like go to things like that in Germany, where they have like like RC cars, semi trucks, and dozers, and like tractors and everything. And you have all the dirt to do, like do that kind of stuff. But then I just stopped. I think it's like Monster RC or something like that. I just stopped tuning into their videos, so I decided to unsubscribe. I think it kind of hurts people's analytics if they have a lot of subscribers but not a lot of viewers. So it makes more sense to not be. If you're not going to watch their videos, then don't subscribe, I guess. Hey Parveen, good to see you, dude. It's been a while. It's getting a little hot for this now. Getting a little hot for the heated jacket. Parveed, I've been really selling my girlfriend on going to Pakistan. So I'm excited. I wonder how much flights are from Central California all the way to the Central Coast of California all the way to Pakistan. Like we probably have to go to LAX, right? Of course, there's not going to be a direct flight out of the other airport closer to me. We have to go to LAX, and then I wonder if there's a direct flight or not. This is kind of why I like streaming on my iPad more, because I can use my phone to look stuff up as we're chatting it up. I have a PS2 and 3 and 5, and I play the 2 and 3 and 5. How do you make time for all those different ones? You just do them like at 30-minute sections? It's funny seeing one of my moderators here in the chat. It made me crack up thinking about last night's stream and Clint's stream, where like all of his moderators showed up and we're all just chatting it up, and the stream was super active. But then I forgot what his name was, but one of the moderators was like, "There's too many moderators now," and he's like, "I'm leaving." That just made me laugh. One more round, and then we'll turn the compressor on. There's a famous NoFX song. I don't know if you guys have heard it. It's called "Bottles to the Ground," and the lyric is, "One more round and it's bottles to the ground." Meaning that they were going to have too much alcohol in their system, and they weren't going to be able to be standing up anymore. At least that's my interpretation of the song. Well, dang, this one company. I sent this. Hey Rick, good to see you again. I sent this one company a proposal about filming their event for them. Like they reached out to me and stuff, and they just sent me they just responded to my email saying that they decided to look for a local photographer up there. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, good luck. How are you today, Rick? Well, that kind of frees up my September then. That's super true. You know, that's how I look at my life too. And, you know, like things will come up in my day or life, you know, and I'll just compartmentalize it, you know. And then my girlfriend will be like, I didn't even know anything was wrong with you. And it's like, yeah, because no one wants to hear someone complain. You know, I've been in plenty of previous relationships where you know, the woman's been like, you just complain so much and I'm sick and tired of it. So I'm just like, all right, you know what? I'll never complain. Clearly that's like an issue that I have, is complaining. So I just cut that out. I'm like, you know what? Nope. No one cares. Okay. On the last way. Yeah, exactly. I will say, okay, yeah, let's double down on that. Like, it's not that no one cares, it's the dogs always care. That's why dogs are called your best friend. Dogs are man's best friend. Hey, buenos dias. I'm good, how about yourself?
Good.
Are they doing foam today? That's what's going on out there?
I think so, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't wash this out.
Yeah, seriously. But I will say, guys, you do have a safe space here if you want to talk about whatever's going on in your life. Flying90's got your back. Yeah, we got the... Well, haters will call this like toxic masculinity, but the dudes need to be there for the dudes. Oh no, guys talking about their feelings and stuff and what's going on. Oh no, we can't have that. Like, no, this is a safe space. Anyone's welcome to say whatever they got on their mind, whatever's getting them down. Bros supporting bros. There's a pretty popular YouTuber. I still follow him and I watch his videos every now and then. His name's Ben Brown. Hold on, put this one away. His name's Ben Brown and he's been doing like men's workshops and like men's spiritual healings and stuff like that. And that's a good thing, you know. You know, they're allowed to have like, I'm not knocking him, because gyms are kind of creepy, but you know, they're allowed to have like women-only gyms. And could you imagine the backlash and negativity to have male-only gyms? That's funny. So do you just leave like pretty heavy comments on people's videos on YouTube? And that's what happens, you get a ban. I will say on here, there's this app where like, it's like Facebook, but just for your like local area, right? And I made a fake account just to troll people. And my account finally got banned. I wondered why I wasn't getting notifications or emails from it anymore, and I was like, oh shoot, my guy got banned. The people on there were just so freaking sensitive, right? It is free therapy. Sometimes honestly, another free therapy or outlet is ChatGPT. You can really talk to that thing and it has like a pretty personal kind of feeling too much sometimes, and it's almost too personal. And you're like, whoa, take a step back, ChatGPT. You are still just an AI computer. Sometimes I like to use that to make like pretty sassy, witty comments. And then just the thought, or not the thought, but just the action of talking to it. You know, like, you know, I don't even need to post this. And then I'll always be like, well, thanks for talking me down off the wall, ChatGPT. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're for sure. You're not wrong there, Rick. I do use it. It's a pretty good tool though. With I use it to do like social media management and stuff. I use it to like just create all the captions and stuff for the photos, the posts. And now it's at the point where I can like upload the photo to it that I want to share, or for the post, you know. And then right. You know, it gets rid of like critical thinking skills and stuff like that. And it's super biased. It is super biased. I'm not trying to get politics into this, but it's pretty left swinging. As someone that considers themselves a moderate, like ChatGPT is pretty left swinging. Left swinging. I'm not sure the correct terminology there. Yeah, so that makes total sense. It's like, so are you even actually learning? It's important to learn. It's important to go through the steps, you know? And it's like, I look at ChatGPT as a tool, not all the answers. You know, like the tools don't fix the car. Your knowledge and skills fix the car, and the tools just help get the job done, right? That's funny. That cracked me up. Yeah, it makes you wonder about like kids that are going to college and stuff that have to write essays and different things. Are they actually writing them, or do they just chat GPTing their way through it? And one of my old man friends is a professor from some university. I can't remember which one, but he's like, yeah, I make my essay questions so hard that ChatGPT can't even answer it. And I'm like, what? Like, he sounded so pretentious when he said that. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're not, like, I don't know. And is there any way to actually tell if people are using ChatGPT to write essays? I know you can see, exactly. Fun fact on that, actually, day after tomorrow, I finally got health insurance, and my health insurance becomes active day after, on March 1st. So that's cool. Right? Imagine going to the doctor and he's like, well, let me Google it. Did he start homeschooling before the pandemic and stuff? Or, right? Do you guys have like, so I'm undercovered California because I don't make enough at my work and my job doesn't provide me, you know, with like, what's that called? Employee supplemental health care. Is there like covered Oregon? I can't think of an O word that would work for that. So you started homeschooling after. Interesting. There's a part of me, if I was to have kids, OHP. Oh, okay. If I was to have kids, I think I would want them homeschooled or go to private school. I did go to public school myself, but nowadays with like everything that they're pushing on kids and you know, they changed like how they math. They changed the alphabet, like how, not changed the alphabet, but they changed the alphabet song. It's like, oh, this makes way more sense. And it's like, no, the way we learned it was, that made the most sense. And you just don't know what kind of agenda the teachers are secretly putting on their students. Oh, nice. Nice. That's right. I won't say it out loud, but you mentioned one spot that I've heard of. I was actually trying to buy property, so I won't say it on the stream, but I kind of have a little bit of an understanding what part of Oregon you live in. You also mentioned Crater Lake too, so oh, dude. So we're coming at you from Lompoc. So you definitely have an understanding of the 805. Gosh, Ventura. Ventura is nice. Patagonia is from there, the flagship store, you know. I haven't really done too much in Ventura, besides just going to Patagonia. I went to Warp Tour back in 2005 when it was there. Great times. A lot of people were like, oh, dude, you should go to the X Games. It's just in Ventura. And I'm like, I mean, nothing wrong with it. This has nothing to do with Ventura, but, you know, the X Games just kind of turned into not what it was. You know, there was only like, the only dirt bike event was like the mega ramp, or not mega ramp, but best whip. Like where they hit the quarter pipe and just go woo, and then come back down, and I don't know, it just didn't seem the same, and it seemed like they're more trying to push the concert series and stuff like that, and I'm like, no, I'm here for the action sports. I don't care about I'm not here to go to a concert. Oh, word. Yeah, I went to X Games once with my dad back in 2010. I think it was still in LA when this happened. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
I'm gonna fill some tank.
Oh, word. Are you authorized to use this?
Yeah.
Cool, just making sure. Yeah, let me just fill this up. I got 2 more rounds to go. Yeah. That's all good. Oh, I'm not making anything. I'm just filling up SCBA bottles. I wish I was making something. It's a lot more fun than just filling bottles. But I might get an early out today because I don't think they're going to be using any bottles. So hopefully I can go home because I'm going backpacking this weekend and I'm trying to get out of here. I got a lot of stuff I need to do to get ready for the trip. SCBA, interesting, okay. You know, when you talk about that, it made me think of back in the day when you would get your tanks filled for paintball guns, and you'd have to weigh them. I don't understand that. Like this one, they just we have a gauge for it. So PCB air gun. If I can remember that, I'll look it up after this. Our dude Clint right now is out hunting. 3K. Wow, interesting. Do you know what kind of valve it takes? This is what ours looks like. Or threads. We don't have any adapters, so this is just for filling these things. And I don't think our compressor at home. I use a hand pump. Interesting. Do you remember the old pump guns like that back in the day where you'd have to take the bottom of the rifle stock and like pump it like that? Oh gosh. So that's what I was thinking. Like they took forever to pump up. Now my brother-in-law has one that it's just like 3 or 4 pumps and it's ready to rock and roll. We were shooting it one time and got like honestly from like here to like that wall way over there. Oh, come on, focus. So it's a pretty dang good range for only 3 or 4 pumps, you know? I have the song Happy by Mudvayne stuck in my head. If you're like, what song are you listening? So we're gonna fire the compressor now because I don't know your name, but the EMS guy needs to use the compressor after me. So it's getting a little low. So I don't want to totally screw him over. So if you got any questions or anything, just yell. Go down the pole. Like a stripper pole? That would probably make my wife, not my wife, my girlfriend pretty happy if I could do something like that. Oh, firefighter pole. We actually, we don't really have those too often here. I haven't really seen them at all on the West Coast. At the station I worked for, they actually had a slide. Firefighter pole. It's been a blurry ride when you see the Fast and the Furious. Especially the second one, that part where like Paul Walker does that 180. He's driving backwards, like you can't go that fast in reverse. I don't care what car you have, in a Mitsubishi Lancer, the OZ Rally Edition is not doing that, dude. off, right? Slide down from your second story, or is that more of an East Coast thing?
No, they have a couple over here, but then they stopped doing that around the 70s or 80s. When they started rebuilding, updating all the new stations, they stopped doing that because too many people were being hurt. On the New York, I would say East Coast thing, because their stations are probably 200 years old. Our stations, well, you gotta remember, they had their fire station 70s.
Franklin, right?
Yeah.
That's what she said. Also with the beard too. The beard blocks it. You know, you can't really see too well. Okay, now I think we can just chill for a bit, because like I said, I don't think the Fire Academy is going to be using any bottles for quite a while. You could just smell all the smoke in the air, and the feeling, the smoke and the feeling, and the destruction and the smoke, and you could just smell it and feel it. That's my best Kamala Harris impersonation I got for you guys right now. Put that right there. Yeah, like Rick was saying, like, you need ear protection. Yesterday, I was filling bottles, and the compressor blew on me. One of the high pressure lines blew up, and I already had ear protection, and you know, that's kind of my own little safety protocol. Like, no one is making me wear ear protection or eye protection, but it's just my own little thing. Hey Travis, how are you today? Doing good. And yesterday when it blew up, I was like so thankful to have those in, because like I was saying in the beginning of the stream, it sounds like a cannon going off, and you could feel it in your chest. Okay, well, we got 12 minutes left to stream it up here. Technically 11 when the time runs down. So what do you guys want to talk about for this last little bit of the stream? I've been doing like intermittent fasting. And I stop eating after like 7:30. So I try not to eat, you know, between 7 and 7, but I'm trying to push it at least till 10:30. With that being said, I am so hungry right now. Yesterday we did a nice lunchtime stream, a post-run lunchtime stream. It was cool. We had a lot of people chatting it up in the chat. But today's lunchtime stream is going to be about why I'm leaving the runner crew. It was this hat company I was running for. And it's kind of, you know, weird to say like I was running for them when you're basically paying to market for them. And this year they've quadrupled their the cost. You know, before you would get one free hat. You get a sweet hat, like a unique hat for them, a singlet, and a pair of socks. And this year we'll talk about it during lunch. So I'm kind of sad. I was gonna make it a part of like the main video, but my main vlog for today. But I'm like, I like to keep the vlogs just absolutely positive. And that's kind of a pretty sad, negative thing. So it's perfect for the live stream. Boy. Starting to heat up now. It's a little too hot for the heated jacket. Okay, 9 minutes to go. Shout out to the 2 people still watching. Appreciate you guys. 1 person now. That's all good. So if you guys got anything you want to specifically chat it up for these last little bits, feel free to drop it in the comment section down below. Oh, now we just lost whoever it was. Whoever last person that was hanging on. But yeah, it's a great Thursday today here on the West Coast. It said it was supposed to become 70 degrees, but I highly doubt it today. Let's see what the Yeah, high of 75. I doubt it. It's pretty overcast. Feels like 54. Like, yeah, of course it does. Let's see. What an awesome day. Woke up at 5:30, ready to just rock and roll. Got some stretching on. Then I'm working on these like family photos that I need to get delivered, or I don't need to get them delivered soon, but I want to get them delivered soon. So I was going through those. Still just making my picks. I took over like 2,500 photos from this one event. So I got quite a few photos I need to sort through. And then edit them, of course. So that'll be fun. I forgot how many I'm up to as far as like picks. Like when I say picks, I mean like the ones I've selected that are worth editing in my opinion. It's a fair amount. I think it's over like 200 or 300 the last time I looked. I think actually, no, I did get them all selected. So now we go into the editing process, so that'll be sweet. Get those things delivered. Check that box for done. Yeah, just another project. I'm bummed that the sunscreen company doesn't want me to come out and film their event. I put, if I'm going out of the 805, I do charge them travel. And one of the things that they said is like, well, we want to save on travel fees and pick a local photographer. I'm like, okay, good luck. It was only, because it was going to be what? I can't remember. It was like 450 miles round trip for me to go up there and back. And I only charged 50 cents a mile. So it only was like $250 extra. I mean, since I'm going up there, I'll be taking my Jeep Wrangler, and that thing is not cheap on gas. And it only gets 160 miles to a single tank, so it'd be about 4 fill-ups to go round trip up there. You could argue like, well, it's not their dang fault that you drive a Jeep Wrangler. It's like, well, we're gonna be up there camping in the mountains and stuff, so you would want a Jeep Wrangler, I just saw a video the other day on what's that guy's name? Moto Owens, I think is his channel name, where he's out in the sand dunes and this person in a Subaru got super stuck, and they ended up blowing up their transmission because they don't have the knowledge to not be idiots, for lack of a better word, lack of a better description. So they completely destroyed their transmission. If you know anything about a Subaru, it's a CVT transmission, so there's just a belt in there, a belt and pulleys that, as the RPMs increase, the pulleys get smaller, and that's what, changes the gearing and stuff. There's cones, so the belt will go up or out, go up and rise on the cone or not. And they completely blew it. Oh, that made me laugh. It sucks because that's not going to be a cheap fix. That's not. Subarus are pretty easy to work on, but stuff like that's a little bit more advanced. Like they knew that their fuel filters were their fuel pumps were gonna go out. So in the back seat of the Outbacks, at least, you can lift the rear seat and there's a hatch to get into the fuel pump. It makes it a pretty quick, easy fix. I've done one in about 3 hours because that was I think it was my first time doing it, so it took a little bit longer. It's pretty easy to recharge the air compressor, the air conditioning unit on those things too. Yeah, I could not imagine having to pull the transmission out on those, or having to. I think replacing the spark plugs would be a giant pain in the butt too. They do have the oil filter up on top, so that's pretty easy. Oil changes are pretty simple in those things. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on Subaru. Great cars. The Crosstrek's neat. The Outback's a good wagon. Two people now. What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to kind of near the end of the stream here. We're just hanging out, running out the clock for the last 3 minutes of the stream before we just end it for today. And then lunchtime we'll We'll go live again at lunch or sometime this afternoon. They're doing foam today for the academy, so I'm just kind of watching them all set it up and stuff. And since I have this giant beard, they don't really want me to have much student contact, which is fine. I'm okay. I'm pretty okay with that. But today's not one of the days where they have this like giant, I think they call it a Bambi bucket. Basically, it's this giant like rubber bucket that they can draft fire. They can use it to draft fire engines off of. I don't think it's not enough water to, you know, put like a helicopter, hook it up to it, and suck water from that. But they're able to like, if they're out in the middle of nowhere, they could fill it up with like a water truck, and then a fire engine could draft off of it. And they always have the students get in them because you could fit like 4 or 5 of these students inside of it. And it's too cold to do that today, in my personal opinion. I would not be volunteering for that. That's just my own thought. It's not it'd be like a cold plunge, you know? Like, sorry, brother. I'm not feeling an ice bath this morning. But other than that, it's almost 10 p.m. here, 10 a.m. here on the West Coast. Appreciate you guys wanting to hang out with me for the last hour while I'm filling bottles. It's been a productive day. And like I was saying, if I don't need to stay here and fill bottles, I'm probably just going to dip out and call it a day because I got a lot of other stuff I need to do. But I could use the 8 hours now today because since I'm not working that race. It's just so funny, like how the girl from marketing that I was talking to, she was super on board, but then I'm sure she took my proposal and showed it to the higher ups, and they're just like, what? Oh my gosh. And these races charge so much to get into, you know. It's like, well, if you want good photos, it's gonna cost, you know. That's just the name of the game. You gotta pay to play. And they're using these photos for marketing too, to market their race. So it's like, so you want to skimp out, and you know, nowadays too, people are like, specifically businesses can just get by with taking photos on their iPhone. And when you see photos on social media, you only really see it once or twice, and that's it. You know, so they can get away with not having to pay a lot for photography. Because like, oh, well, anyone, like iPhones shoot so good. Like, I don't know about Androids, but at least iPhones take such good photos that you don't, you know, you don't need to buy a DSLR or hire a photographer to do them. But I will say though, when you hire a professional photographer, you're going to get professional photos, and they're going to do the job well and make sure all the bases are covered, because that's their job, you know. Like, oh, let's give it to the marketing person and just go out with your camera and take pictures. Like, that's not their job. They're not professional photographers. They're the marketing people, you know. That's just my quick little rant for this morning at the end of here. Well, we did hit an hour. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the bit while we're filling air bottles and talking. But we will talk later about when I'm leaving the runner crew. So I hope you guys tune into that stream. Please like and comment and subscribe. I don't know if you can like or comment on a live stream. But please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the subscribe button so you never miss a live stream, because we don't really have a schedule for that. We just kind of shoot from the hip, and whenever we got some bottles to fill or anything on our mind, then we go live. But yeah, I'll see you guys the next one in 2 more hours here on the West Coast. Today's video will go live. So hope you guys can tune into that. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Later!